lathi charge or misusing their power or using lies.
So there you see some very serious charges against the protesters that have been registered by the police, and this is against unidentified miscreants. But the challenge remains, how do you differentiate between those who came just to protest for their voices to be heard and those who are antisocial elements? The police claims at this point that they attacked and assaulted police personnel, representatives of the police force, and also vandalized police property, police vehicles. At this point, we of course will try and get Tejshri live on the story. She was on the ground yesterday bringing you the latest, but those are some of the serious charges that I read out to you, including unlawful assembly, rioting and violence, assault on public servants, obstructing official duty, disturbing public order, criminal conspiracy, endangering human life, damage to public property, and Arms Act provisions. Tejshri joining me live. Tejshri, while the politics over the protests and the protesters continue both inside Parliament and outside, and you have leaders, politicians from the centre, from the Congress and from the Aam Aadmi Party meeting with the injured. I want to understand from you more on the details of the FIRs also that have been registered against the miscreants. Because differentiating between the miscreants, the antisocial elements, and those who were there as students, as parents, as professionals just to protest is going to be a huge challenge for the police at this time. Also, an update on how many injured are still in hospital.
Well, yes, you see, Vedika, what we are given to understand is, yes, right now, overall 90 plus injured were there in hospital yesterday, if we talk about the numbers, but since today morning, more than 70 of them have been given discharge, and still for 10 plus are still hospitalized over here at the RML hospital, and apart from that, one is also critical who is also in ICU right now. So now we'll have to see that how the opposition take this entire matter forward, because we have been seeing that continuously the opposition MPs are visiting over here, say it be former CM of Delhi Arvind Kejriwal, or for that matter Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi, KC Venugopal did visit. Some MPs also from the southern parties, they have also paid their visit over here, and also spoken to all those CJP supporters who were injured in yesterday's protest. And just we saw the visuals of JP Nadda, Home Minister. We also saw Union Minister JP Nadda meeting all these protesters. And it seems like, as you have rightly mentioned earlier as well, that he has been given the responsibility to also hold the talks and also meet all these individuals who were injured. Now needs to be seen that on one hand, government says that they have opened the channels for the talks. All the channels, in fact, are open. Will these talks be fruitful or not? Because the question that the opposition has been raising continuously is that why these talks were not initiated since day one, when the student protesters decided that they will be sitting on an hunger strike. Why they had to wait for 22 days for this kind of situation to let it happen? We saw that how there was a massive protest over here at Jantar, Mantar, and apart from that, several areas as well. But these are the pictures that we are giving you from the RML hospital. And yes, the visuals also coming in of JP Nadda, the Union Minister, visiting Lady Hardinge Hospital as well. He also inquired the students about their health and also did meet their parents as well. And because there are few students who were actually very severely injured, but also remember that more than what we are given to understand from our police sources is that 70 plus policemen were also injured. And there was also, we saw that how by the evening at the protest turned violent as well. So multiple the vehicles were vandalized, the buses were vandalized, in which more than 70 police personnel are said to be injured. And FIR is also being registered on all those individuals who were involved in inciting this violence, who were involved in creating this ruckus. FIR is also being registered on unknown people as well. However, they will be identified by the CCTV cameras, by the digital evidence that the police is trying to gather. But important will be to see that what happens this entire week, keeping in mind the parliament session is underway, number one, keeping in mind number two that the protest over there at Jantar Mantar is still underway. The students group is still sitting
and
on
let me bring in Ishika, then Tejshri, who joins me live. Ishika, you had Tejshri talk about the number of injured when it came to the police force. I want to understand from you, what are the numbers you're gathering in terms of the students, protesters who were injured in yesterday's incident? The security, of course, across Delhi in some of the most sensitive areas being tightened since the protest took place yesterday. What's happening behind you? If you could bring us a ground report.
Well, Vedika, Teshri was talking about the numbers of corp that were injured, but let me tell you that here, where we are currently reporting from Jantar Mantar, the protest is still ongoing, and the numbers that we are getting from them is that over 90 CJP protesters were yesterday injured in the Sansad Chalo March. What we are also getting to know from the RML sources at this point in time, that one of the protester is in in a critical condition. And let me tell you, Vedika, that these are the scenes from the ground zero at Jantar Mantar, where you'll see that the political parties have started arriving here to extend their support. Be it the left parties, be it the CPI, CPM, be it the Shiv Sena, Uddhav Thackeray faction, or be it now the Aam Aadmi parties, Kuldeep Kumar, all have come here to extend their support to the CJP protesters. Let me show you here as well, this side as well. You'll see that these are also the CJP, protesters who continue to be on the ground zero. And here you will see around here the entire area, the security has been tightened. You'll see the CRPF personnel, you'll see the Delhi police personnel, even the RAF has been deployed here as well. So certainly the security here continues to be tightened, and we are expecting that in a short while from now, even the Aam Aadmi Party Supremo Arvind Kejriwal is expected to come to Jantar Mantar and extend his support to these, to these CJP supporters over here. Over to you.
Ishika there reporting from Jantar Mantar. We brought you both sides, what the police is claiming and what is happening in Jantar Mantar. Moving on now, farmers are marching towards Delhi to protest against the proposed India-US trade deal. Ahead of the march, authorities sealed the Shambhu border and tightened security arrangements in the area. Farmers have raised concerns of the impact of the deal on Indian agriculture and are demanding that their voices be heard before any agreement is finalized. Their key demands include no harmful trade concessions, protection of MSP and farm income, safeguarding domestic agricultural markets and ensuring fair terms for farmers. They are now stopped at the Shambhu border. These farmers were coming from Punjab and are now at the Haryana border. Meanwhile, government has assured that trade deal will help farmers and the government will always prioritize the interest of farmers.
फ्री ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट कई देशों के साथ भारत ने किया है, उस पर आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा है जितना भी फ्री ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट हुए हैं उसमें किसानों को लेकर के किसानों का इंटरेस्ट उसको प्राथमिकता देते हुए कोई नुकसान होने नहीं देंगे। किसी भी देश के साथ, किसी भी गुट के साथ फ्री ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट हुए हैं उसमें किसानों का हित को सबसे सर्वोच्च ध्यान दिया जाएगा और दिया गया है, इसलिए ये किसानों के हित में और देश हित में रहेगा।
ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਉਠਾਉਣ ਲਈ ਦਿੱਲੀ ਇੱਕ ਦਿਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ 4 ਘੰਟਿਆਂ ਲਈ ਕਿਸਾਨ ਘਾਟ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿਸਾਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਜਾਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ, ਇੱਕ ਦਿਨ ਚ ਵਾਪਸ ਆ ਜਾਣਾ, ਪਰ ਖਬਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਸ਼ੰਭੂ ਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਪਾਸਾ ਬੰਦ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ। ਹੁਣ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਖੁਦ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਤਕਲੀਫ ਦੇ ਰਹੀ ਆ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਚੈਨਲਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬੋਲਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਉਂ ਬੰਦ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ। ਠੀਕ ਹੈ, ਜਦੋਂ 4 ਘੰਟੇ ਲਈ ਜਾਣਾ ਹਰਿਆਣੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਸੜਕ ਇਸਤੇਮਾਲ ਕਰ हरियाणा तक कोई साडा धरना नहीं है, टप के दिल्ली च फिर हरियाणा सरकार क्यों रोक दिया।
It's lovely morning here out here in Punjab. I'm right now reporting from near the Shambhu border, which borders Patiala and Ambala district of Haryana, Patiala of Punjab and Ambala district of Haryana. But what you see behind me doesn't suggest that the situation is going to be as calm as it looks now. The farmers from across the Punjab are now coming towards the Shambhu border. They want to go to Delhi. Actually, they are protesting against the India-US trade deal. The farmer leaders have argued that the proposed agreement between the India-US trade deal extends far beyond the import and export of a handful of commodities. They contend that negotiations could encompass agriculture, dairy, industry, digital trade, services, investment, energy, intellectual property rights and broader market access, making it a far-reaching economic agreement with potentially significant implications for multiple sectors. And that is why farmers from across the Punjab are marching, have left their villages from different districts of Punjab. They want to go to Delhi to protest, and right now you can see the security arrangement out here near the Shambhu border. You might have seen it as well in the past when farmers want to march towards Delhi. This is the route which they follow, which they take while travelling from Punjab towards Delhi.
News just coming in, and this has to do with the appeal against the refusal to shift Sonam Wangchuk to a private hospital that was being heard by the Delhi High Court. Now the Delhi High Court says that we will allow Sonam Wangchuk to be shifted to Medanta Hospital. The High Court has said it will dictate its order after lunch. Also, Solicitor General Mehta says we don't have any issue with shifting him to Medanta Hospital, but his discharge should not be done without our consent. We have Nupur joining us live. Nupur, bring us the details of what happened inside court. Shortly, we're expecting Wangchuk to be moved to Medanta Hospital after the nod from the Delhi High Court.
Yes, Vedika, today the High Court went through the opinions of both government doctors and private doctors who have been attending to Wangchuk at the protest site also. Now the doctors appearing for Wangchuk said that the only thing that was needed right now was constant monitoring. However, the government doctors flagged some of the problems in the medical reports of Wangchuk and said that even the monitoring cannot be done on the protest side, it needs to be done in a hospital. However, a High Court, after reading a letter written by Sonam Wangchuk expressing concerns in the manner in which he is being treated at the Safdarjung Hospital, the High Court said that we cannot ignore the concerns of Mr. Wangchuk and has said that we will allow him to be shifted to Medanta for now. However, the government on the other side said that the discharge should be informed with an informed decision of the government doctors also, because Sonam Wangchuk's life is equally important and of consequence to public order, and that's why government wants that the discharge should not be done without the consent of its own doctors as well. Now, the High Court has said that it will allow Mr. Wangchuk to be shifted to Medanta. An order to this effect is likely to be dictated after the lunch. The court has gotten up for lunch for now, but the court has agreed that they will allow him to be shifted to Medanta, but subject to some conditions, and what these conditions will be, we will get to know after some time.
Also, Nupur, you had the Solicitor General saying that the court must, or rather may consider him being shifted to Medanta, but his shifting should be on the basis of medical advice of Medanta doctors and not Wangchuk. What are the details there?
Vedika, first of all, the personal doctor who appeared for Mr. Wangchuk said that for now, he said that according to his clinical analysis, going through the latest reports, he is of the opinion that Mr. Wangchuk just needs monitoring, and this can also be done on the protest site, which was happening earlier as well. But the doctors appearing from AIIMS and Safdarjung, in fact, told the court that there are the urea level, the blood sugar level, the other basic medical details of Mr. Wangchuk are a bit alarming, and he needs some oral potassium to be given, and that's why even if only monitoring is required, it should be done in a hospital and not on the site, and that's why now they have agreed. Remember, the prior prayer of Gitanjali Angmo was that she wants her husband to be shifted to a private hospital because she claimed that she is losing trust in the government hospital. Even Sonam Wangchuk wrote a letter to the Chief Justice today in which he expressed concerns about the Safdarjung Hospital and the way he was being treated, and that's why now the government is allowing him to be the court is allowing him to be shifted to Medanta with government's consent.
Nupur, we're going to stay on this story. This is a significant development when it comes to the plea that was filed by Sonam Wangchuk's wife. I want to understand from you, there were a team of doctors also present. There were medical reports that have been shared. I want to understand from you, what they say about the current medical status of Sonam Wangchuk? What are the concerns that they have expressed or shared on his medical condition?
Vedika, the primary concern has been since past 3 days, even High Court has been hearing on a Sunday also. There was a special hearing. The main concern is that due to prolonged fasting, the government doctors have been saying that his body has went on ketosis. The potassium levels are dangerously low, they are saying, and this can even cause some damage to his kidney. Now, this particular issue was being raised even on Sunday in the court. Even yesterday, there was a brief hearing in the High Court. Today, also, the court heard submissions. Today, the court, in fact, yesterday had directed that it wants the submissions by all doctors, be it the AIIMS director, be it the Safdarjung doctor that is heading the team overseeing Mr. Wangchuk, or be it Mr. Wangchuk's personal private doctor, family doctor who has been associated with him for years. He wants submissions from them on oath in an affidavit, sworn in on oath in the court. And now, after consulting every doctor, that is a private doctor and a doctor from AIIMS and a doctor from Safdarjung, the High Court has reached a conclusion that Sonam Wangchuk needs monitoring in a hospital, and that's why they are saying that they will allow him to be shifted to Medanta Hospital subject to some condition. What these conditions will be, we will get to know only after the court dictates its complete order.
Also, Sonam Wangchuk represented by Sybil, his counsellor there. The legal counsel rather there. I want to understand what the main arguments were on behalf of Sonam Wangchuk and his wife by the counsel representing them.
Well, Akhil Sibal today, senior advocate Akhil Sibal today represented Sonam Wangchuk in the case. He told the court that after, according to the opinion of the private doctor, Mr. Anand Kakkar, who oversees, who has been associated with Mr. Wangchuk for several years, he said that according to his opinion, there is no such as imminent threat to Wangchuk's life that he needs to be restricted to Safdarjung Hospital. He said that according to Wangchuk's doctors' opinion, nothing intravenous intervention is needed as of now. Only some oral potassium and some ORS salts had been given to him without sugar, which Sonam Wangchuk had consented to. Only those were being administered to him, and that can be done at the protest site also. This was their opinion. However, after going through the submissions by the government doctor, the court was the opinion that consistent monitoring of Mr. Wangchuk's health is required, and it needs to be done in a hospital. And that's why it is agreeing to the prayers by Gitanjali Angmo and Sonam Wangchuk that they should be given a choice of their own private hospital and a private doctor, and that's why the court is agreeing to shift them to Medanta.
Nupur, thanks for joining me live on that big development there. We, of course, will try and get a reaction from Gitanjali Angmo also on this, who had taken that case to court, that plea to court. Moving on now, the death toll in the Sikkim tunnel disaster now has hit 10, with rescue teams recovering more bodies from the tunnel construction site in South Sikkim. 12 workers have been rescued so far, while more than 27 are still feared trapped inside. The tragedy unfolded after a landslide inside the Samardang tunnel triggered a suspected methane gas leak, making it extremely dangerous for rescuers to reach the trapped workers. NDRF, SDRF, police and fire personnel continue rescue operations, but officials say high methane levels inside the tunnel have severely slowed down the efforts of this rescue operation. According to workers who escaped, they heard a loud blast-like sound moments before the landslide blocked the tunnel. On that note, we're slipping into short break. News and updates will continue on the other side. Stay tuned to Breaking Ground.
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे, केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
मामी हमेशा पी-मार्क मस्टर्ड ऑयल में ही खाना बनाती थी।
कुछ तो बात है इस दिल में। पी-मार्क, द मस्टर्ड स्पेशलिस्ट सिंस 1933।
सरसों से सरसों,
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा,
India Inc.'s most respected names chose India Inc.'s best and brightest.
I'm delighted to be chairing a committee of such distinguished fellow businessmen, bankers. It's just lovely to be back on this NDTV jury. I have been a fan of NDTV for a long time.
Many of the nominees are extremely close together in terms of what they've done.
Gender parity to be reflected while we choose leadership as well.
It's also important that how they are reshaping the industries.
We got a fantastic jury and we've left all decisions to the wisdom of the jury.
Who will earn India's top business honors? Find out at the NDTV Profit Business Leadership Awards. A stage that has captured the pulse of leadership since 2006.
NDTV Profit Most Inspiring Leader of the Year Award goes to Mr. Anand Mahindra.
Celebrating visionary trailblazers and industry mega stars who redefine leadership every day. An unmatched legacy, unwavering trust, enduring credibility. NDTV Profit Business Leadership Awards 2026, 26 July, only on NDTV.
मीठा या नमकीन चाहे जैसे खाओ 100% सूजी से बनी आर प्योर वर्मिसेली स्वादिष्ट सेहतमंद हर रोज.
This is the show where we bring you all the hot and happenings from the world of entertainment and lifestyle.
Really?
Fashion that made you gag. Films that made you fangirl. Art that made it to the gram, and trends that kept us with the program. Hello and welcome to a brand new show. I am your host Mayank Chaudhary and this is Limelight.
The news, Ayush. Since when do we do scripts? Fair point. Picture this. The biggest stage. Floodlights. Wow. 4K, the works. Where's the hook? There's going to be celebrities and guaranteed eyeballs. Where's the hook? Think about this. Front page advertisements and hoardings. Bro, where's the hook? Cross-platform, digital first, virality. Without a hook, no way. The message is clear. It's 2026. You gotta be real in a world of reels. You gotta be original in a world where everything seems generated. That's it. That's what we're looking for. The best campaigns, the hottest trends, the smartest brand moves on our new show. But wait, what do we call it? The Hook.
उसकी ब्लीडिंग रुकी नहीं लगातार था. उसके दूसरे दिन उन्होंने मृत्यु घोषित कर दिया उसको. ये हॉस्पिटल की लापरवाही है.
NDTV traced each and every affected family and also visited multiple hospital wards.
NDTV had reported extensively on why are these deaths happening in Rajasthan.
Checked all the medications, the drugs, everything. We've called
Our top international story, the guns are still firing, the missiles are still flying, but behind the scenes, diplomats are once again scrambling to stop West Asia from sliding into a full-scale regional war. Even as the US and Iran exchange strikes, mediators have reportedly placed a new ceasefire proposal on the table. So will diplomacy succeed, or is the region marching toward a much bigger conflict? This NDTV World Report tells you more.
The US-Iran war is intensifying, but so are efforts to stop it. According to reports, international mediators have proposed a 10-day ceasefire in a bid to revive the collapsed US-Iran interim agreement. Tehran has confirmed it has received the proposals, but it is not revealing what's on the table, dismissing Washington's claims of being ready for diplomacy.
پیشنهادهای مطرح شده از طرف میانجی‌ها به ما اعلام شده، ما این رو دریافت کردیم، اما الان در مورد جزئیاتش من اجازه بدید که دیگه ورود نکنم، ولی اصل موضوع که در این روزها هم دستگاه دیپلماسی فعال بوده و هم ایده هایی از طرف برخی از میانجی‌ها به ما واصل شده بله تایید میشه.
On the other hand, US Secretary of State Marco Rubio has said the US remains open to negotiations, but the diplomacy has to be real.
I think we're always open to diplomacy. It has to be real. It has to be a deal that they're willing to live by. Look, Iran a week ago was supposed to put out a statement saying that the Straits of Hormuz would be open, that they would no longer attack shipping. And instead of doing that, they attacked 3 ships.
Tehran says America's version of diplomacy is nothing more than dictation, intimidation, threats, and sanctions. On the battlefield, the fighting shows no signs of slowing down. The US conducted a fresh round of airstrikes early on Monday targeting Iran, hitting an area believed to be home to underground missile bases. Iran responded with an attack targeting Bahrain, home of the US Navy's 5th Fleet, and Kuwait. The latest escalation comes just weeks after the much-publicized US-Iran interim deal collapsed. Shipping through the Strait of Hormuz remains severely disrupted. The window for diplomacy appears to be getting smaller. The question now is whether the proposed 10-day ceasefire can in fact stop this conflict, or whether West Asia is on the brink of an even bigger war. Bureau Report, NDTV.
And Britain has a new Prime Minister. Andy Burnham has taken charge at 10 Downing Street. But what does his rise mean for India? This report tells you more.
He was widely known as the King of the North. Now Andy Burnham is Britain's new Prime Minister. The former mayor of Greater Manchester has replaced Keir Starmer, promising to fix Britain's struggling economy, improve public services, and restore trust in politics after years of turbulence. But what does Burnham's rise mean for India? The first message is one of continuity. The landmark India-UK FTA has just come into force, and experts expect Burnham to preserve the momentum rather than rewrite Britain's India policy. That means greater opportunities for Indian exporters, more investment flowing both ways, and stronger cooperation in technology, defense, education, and clean energy. For the nearly 2 million people of Indian origin living in Britain, stability in government could also bring greater policy certainty on business and skills.
Later this year, I will bring forward a new plan for Britain, a 10-year plan, laying out a path from where we are now to where I believe we all want Britain to be, wherever we're coming from, whatever party we support.
But there are questions too. Burnham has signalled continuation of a tough approach on immigration. His focus will also be on domestic priorities like the cost of living crisis and reforming public services. Any future changes to visa or migration rules will be closely watched by Indian students and professionals planning to move to the UK. The faces at Downing Street may have changed, but the strategic partnership between London and New Delhi appears set to remain firmly on track. Bureau Report for NDTV World.
And with that, it's a wrap on this edition of Breaking Ground. Thank you for watching. Up next, Southern View with my colleagues down south. Stay tuned to NDTV.
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
पर जब इंसान प्रकृति के साथ सामंजस्य को आत्मसात कर लेता है तो वो मधुर और लालन पोषण करने वाली बन जाती है। पी मार्क सरसों के तेल ने प्राकृतिक तरीके से सरसों के तेल को बनाया है शुद्धता और गुणवत्ता के साथ।
The mustard specialist since 1933. बरसों से सरसों। कुछ तो बात है इस दिल में।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा।
5 hours to go for all of DKS's dreams to come true. I'm going to try and get more into the crowds. Here are the pictures, Siddaramaiah. NDTV stands completely engaged with Karnataka. High rate, check the audio. High rate, check the audio. Let's do it. Let's start. Breaking story, we're jumping straight into it. We've got a picture of the letter. What is in your letter? You can never predict what's going to happen in Tamil Nadu politics. 21 days in Kashmir. Unfiltered list of things I saw and observed on the ground. Very special ground report from the line of control. There were some children who've lost limbs in the shelling. For a country that has fought so many wars in the mountains and at high altitude, we're standing on the Indian Navy's newest warship. The line of control, Shiv Arur, NDTV.
India Inc.'s most respected names chose India Inc.'s best and brightest.
These kind of awards and jury lineup, you are truly giving it the right weightage.
I think it's heartening to see talent that there is across India Inc. We should be awarding companies and individuals who have focused not only on growth but also on bringing good governance.
Be part of jury and vote on the people, the men, the women, the companies in India who have the right stuff is a great opportunity for us.
For us, the biggest thing is trust. That's what we provide.
We need leaders in India that can help take India being a global superpower.
We've got a fantastic jury and we've left all decisions to the wisdom of the jury.
Who will earn India's top business honors? Find out at the NDTV Profit Business Leadership Awards.
Our pure Shahi Paneer Masala. Delicious, healthy, every day.
The fact that there is now suddenly a raging debate with regard to ethanol, why is it that it's happening now?
E20, madam, has been around for nearly 2 years now. There are 20 crore two-wheelers using E20. There are 20 lakh four-wheelers using E20. But I think the counter information which has been put out, that this is not something we've done suddenly, that E20 has been around for at least almost 2 years, that E15 has been around for 3.5 years, and by the way, in the last 18 months or 24 months, there have been no complaints.
India Inc.'s most respected names chose India Inc.'s best and brightest.
I'm delighted to be chairing a committee of such distinguished fellow businessmen, bankers. It's just lovely to be back on this NDTV jury. I have been a fan of NDTV for a long time.
Many of the nominees are extremely close together in terms of what they.
A very good afternoon and a warm welcome to all our viewers. Thanks for tuning into NDTV. This is the Southern View. For the next half hour, me and my colleagues will take you through the top stories that's making news in the southern part of India. Joining me on this broadcast is Vijay from Tamil Nadu. We'll also have Ashwin and Ashish joining us from Kerala and Andhra Pradesh respectively. But first up, there's news coming in from the state of Karnataka. And here, the cabinet reshuffle, which of course has been on the cards, or rather the expansion, has been delayed inordinately. Initially, of course, it was the Rajya Sabha elections, the MLC elections in Karnataka. Then Mr. Rahul Gandhi not being in the country, of course, delayed it further. Last week, we saw, the state leadership meet Mr. Rahul Gandhi, but there was no consensus because multiple leaders wanted, their own, MLAs or MLAs who are close to them to become ministers in the cabinet. And finally, at this point in time, it looks like there could be a decision that could be coming in the next 24 hours, is what we are picking up from our sources. Today, we have a host of legislators who've already camped in Delhi since yesterday. And the main three leaders, that is the Chief Minister, Mr. D.K. Shivkumar, the former Chief Minister, Mr. Siddaramaiah, the KPCC President, Mr. B.K. Hari Prasad, all of them are in the national capital since earlier this morning. They are going to be discussing the names that they have finalized with Mr. K.C. Venugopal, Mr. Surjewala, the two General Secretaries. Eventually, of course, this will be also run by Mr. Rahul Gandhi and the AICC President, Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge. After that, a final clearance is expected either by tonight or tomorrow, and the list is expected to be out by tomorrow is what we're picking up. About 20 cabinet berths, viewers, are to be filled. As of now, most of them remain vacant. Some of them additionally being given charge to the ministers, about 13 of them who are right now present in the state. Has administration taken a hit is the question that will come up. The BJP, of course, has been consistently hitting out at the Congress party that all that their legislators have been worrying about are cabinet positions and no work is really happening in the state is another charge that the Congress is facing, even as they also have the concerns of internal dissidents striking once the decision is made. But what is the combination really going to look like is the question that we have before us. Sources are telling NDTV at this point in time that there could be at least 3 more minority MLAs who could become a part of the Congress cabinet. There's already UT Khadar, of course, who's been inducted. He's the health minister right now. We are told that at least 2 women will be inducted into the cabinet. Khaniz Fatima from the Kalyana Karnataka region could make the cut this time around. Lakshmi Hebbalkar is also in the fray, but however, if she is made the KPCC working president, she could miss out on the cabinet is what we are picking up. Apart from that, we are also told that the likes of Mr. Rizwan Arshad, who has of course been instrumental in the GBA formation, he is again a minority leader from Shivajinagar. He is expected to be in the cabinet. Apart from that, A.S. Ponnanna from Kodagu also is expected to be a part of the latest cabinet. So multiple names doing the rounds. The final list, of course, is expected to be out tomorrow. We here at NDTV, of course, will bring you up to speed on all the developments there. Meanwhile, some breaking news that's just coming from Bengaluru. Now, there is a footpath encroachment drive that has been undertaken by the GBA for the last 15 days. Up until now, there has been dissent, there has been protest from street vendors, but for the first time, you're looking at violence breaking out on the streets of Bengaluru during these encroachment drives that was carried out. And this is near the Shivajinagar bus stand is what we're learning, where GBA officials, at least 3 of them were heckled initially and then assaulted. And this was also captured on camera. We're playing those pictures on your screens, and this is quite an appalling case that's come to the fore. The police at this point in time are saying that those who have attacked these officials have already been detained, and FIR is being registered, and very soon strict action will be taken. But definitely questions will be raised about how officials here were attacked up until now. While of course street vendors were unhappy, they were disappointed that they were being evicted from the footpaths in various parts of Bengaluru. They did protest. They did, of course, express their disappointment to the officials, to the politicians. But for the first time, we are looking at this sort of a violence that has broken out. Officials being heckled and beaten by certain people. They're said to be street vendors who are operating in the Shivajinagar area. The person who had brought in one of the JCBs, an irritant is supposed to have been sprayed at him is what we're picking up. But these are very preliminary details. We are awaiting more information based on what the FIR exactly will have. That is, of course, based on the complaint of these engineers. We are playing those visuals. You can see them helpless there. The police also were present is what we were told. The Commercial Street Police were along with GB officials there. At this point in time, the FIR is being registered at the Commercial Street Police Station in Bengaluru. And now this, of course, was something that was uncalled for, unexpected. Ashok Gowda of the BJP is right now joining us on the phone line. Mr. Ashok Gowda, the encroachment drive on the footpaths is being undertaken for the last 15 days. But here we have an instance where it has turned violent. What is the BJP's first reaction to such an incident?
See, we have been requesting the government of Karnataka to make sure that certain laws will be followed by the government of Karnataka itself. For example, Street Vendor Act itself was not implemented, and the notice of 30 days period is definitely required, and at least 30 days and maximum up to 45 days notice is required. No notice has been issued. And street vendors, they say that you are from our party and vagera things Congress says, and now they are targeting them only. What does this mean? This means clearly that Congress does not have a empathy or sympathy towards the poor people on the streets, and they do not bother about them. Their only botheration is the people who are going to give them money, and they want to collect money, and this is the Congress party, whether it is Krishna Bairegowda or DK Shivakumar or anybody. They just don't have any agenda.
Mr. Gowda,
we have been raising the issue.
Mr. Gowda, my only concern is the issue can be raised, but violence, is that the way to deal with it?
Absolutely not.
Because
Absolutely
here
not.
are officials who are just following orders.
That is the problem with the Congress party. In Kannada we say, "Totlu tuktare, magunu chuttare." They tell the baby also, and they pinch the baby also. And this is the problem with the Congress party. Krishna Bairegowda is known for this. He is called as an hypocrite in the inner circles of Congress party. This is the problem with the Krishna Bairegowda. Absolutely not welcomed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. The BJP is saying that violence is not welcome, but the way that this issue has been dealt with by the GBA, by Mr. Krishna Bairegowda, is not appropriate. But violence in this instance, of course, was quite uncalled for. We'll really have to see, what sort of action they will take against these people. Meanwhile, there's more news coming to the fore. This is once again about the civic infrastructure in the city. BJP leader has alleged that he couldn't really spot a drain that was left open without any sort of safety barricade, fell and eventually fractured his foot. He's hospitalized. He says, all of a sudden near, his place in Dollars Colony, there were drains that were left open, probably for some work that the GB had carried out, but they didn't put any sort of safety barricades there, which led to him falling inside. And there's no official response that has come in from the GBA up until now on the matter. He, however, claims that he has already filed a complaint against the GBA over this. My colleague Ritu was at the spot. She takes you through what exactly she saw at that location.
BJP leader Raghavendra Shetty has claimed that he fell into an open drain right here in Dollars Colony in Bengaluru due to a civic apathy. In fact, it needs to be seen because whether it was exactly a civic apathy that has led to this kind of an incident. However, because Raghavendra Shetty in his video is also apparently been heard saying that the other day when this incident occurred at the night when he was walking at this stretch, apparently the street lights were off, and due to which, since there were no barricades in place, he apparently fell into one of these slab that was open for the desilting by the civic authorities there again. But however, you see the NDTV right now is on ground for a ground reality to check. Apparently what we really see over here is now that the work has already been done, the civic officials remain to be on ground. The workers are also on ground who are working on this right after this incident has come to light. But going forward, needs to be seen what would be the clarification that would be provided by the GBA as well, because this is not the first incident that we are seeing occurring in Bengaluru, but apparently a lot of such issues have really come to the fore. In this particular matter, what would be the clarification of the GBA? That needs to be seen. With video journalist Govindri Turaj Purohit for NDTV in Bengaluru.
Well, meanwhile, there's more breaking news that's coming from Karnataka, this time from Mysuru. A woman who hails from West Bengal, allegedly gang raped there. The cops are investigating this heinous crime. The T. Narasipura police in Mysuru are the ones who are investigating this case. Now, as per preliminary information that we are gathering, this woman is believed to have been kidnapped from a bus stand, taken to a hotel where she was allegedly gang raped. However, the police are saying that there is more investigation that's required in this particular matter, because they suspect that the woman was also involved in some sort of a criminal activity through which she got in touch with these individuals. But however, so based on information and the complaint that they've arrested these men who have indulged in this crime, and all angles is being probed at this point in time to ensure that the police bring the guilty to book. We'll of course keep a close track on all the developments there. This is a woman who hails from West Bengal who allegedly has been gang raped. Meanwhile, there's more news coming to the fore, but this time from Tamil Nadu. Now I'm going to dive straight across to Chennai, where my colleague Vijay will take you through the developing stories there.
right, Deepak. Thank you. It's about Cockroach Janata Party protest in New Delhi. Remember, yesterday there were huge chaotic situation in Delhi after police denied permission for the protest, and even we saw a few glimpses of lathi charge also against students who are protesting against demanding the resignation of Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan. Meanwhile, supports are pouring in from many political parties, especially opposition parties, even from Tamil Nadu. Ruling Tamalaga Vettrikalagam party has expressed support. Senior minister from representing TVK government, CTR Nirmal Kumar, has supported the protest. He urged the central government to react. He even condemned the central government for police action against the students. He even questioned the central government. The government had a conversation with the students, but it was very late. Even he urged, remember, the Tamil Nadu has been against the NEET examination. Even opposition party DMK also condemned the protest. CTR Nirmal Kumar had given a detailed clarification regarding the protest. He said the TVK government stands with the students of students who are all protesting there. He urged the central government to handle the protest very cautiously. He urged central government to intervene and stop the student protest, and central government should hear the demands of the students. Let's listen into what exactly CTR Nirmal Kumar had to say.
We know that like last few days students has been protesting in Delhi, and today all the students has been severely attacked by the Delhi police, and we strongly condemn the act of Delhi police on this on the attack on the students. And apart from that, the central government should call the students. They have already called, but it is too late. But they have to talk to the students and fulfill their request, because it is a genuine request. It is not only theirs, but it is a request of all over India, because whatever they have asked is a very genuine request, and definitely central government should fulfill the request and make the protest, inform the students and get the protest solved as soon as possible.
Not only Tamalaga Vettrikalagam, even parties like DMK and Communist parties of India, left parties from Tamil Nadu also have expressed their support. Even leader of opposition Udayanidhi Stalin had condemned the police attack against the students. He even questioned why the government is not hearing what students are up to what students are ready to say. Even CTR, there were criticism why Chief Minister C. Joseph Vijay remained silent on the issue. There only CTR Nirmal Kumar gave clarification. Of course, the government is this TVK-led government supports the student protest. He urged the central government to hear what students are ready to say. Even yesterday, we saw many visuals from the ground, Jantar Mandir, where the protest exactly happened. Even the students gathered huge after they marched towards the parliament session. What the parliament session was happening. Even the gates of the parliament session were closed for almost for a while to stop the students from entering into the parliament, to the protesters from entering into the parliament. Whereas BJP gave clarification saying that as soon as the students started the protest to march towards the parliament, JP Nadda on behalf of BJP had a talks with the students. Even he met two of the student representatives regarding their demands. Despite that, students said their demands, JP Nadda gave clarification saying that their demands will be heard by the government. But however, there were no detailed response from the central government. So these are all the accusations by the students against the protest. So they continue to protest. Even today, as we speak, the protest still is continuing in New Delhi. Supports are also pouring from the political parties. Not only the political parties, even many activists, social activists have expressed their support. We have to wait. We have to keep on following what exactly the students are up to and how the government is going to handle the situation, whether their demands is going to met or not. Moving on to next story, it's about the Meghdadu project. Yet again, the Meghdadu project is on spotlight following the DMK MPs has planned to raise the issue on the parliament. Even DMK MPs had given a detailed press brief regarding the Meghdadu project, saying that they are going to raise the issue on parliament, demanding the central government to intervene in the issue to stop Karnataka government from constructing Meghdadu project, Meghdadu Dam between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu in between Kaveri River. Meanwhile, to counter that complete narrative, TVK government also, Chief Minister C. Joseph Vijay himself had chaired a crucial meeting yesterday at Secretariat, where the senior ministers like CTR Nirmal Kumar, Adav Arjuna and N. Anand were part of the meeting. Even legal officials, legal advisors and officials, IAS officials were also part of the meeting, where there were a discussion regarding what should Tamil Nadu government should take other steps to stop Meghdadu project. Even remember, just a few days back only, Tamil Nadu government itself passed a resolution against the Meghdadu project. Not only Meghdadu project, even there were issue regarding the releasing of Kaveri water from the Karnataka. Tamil Nadu government says, and political parties representing Tamil Nadu are alleging Karnataka government is not releasing the due share for Tamil Nadu. Meanwhile, Karnataka argues the monsoon session, there is a rain scarcity in Karnataka itself. That's why they are unable to release the water. Let's listen into the reaction, what exactly the issue is about.
CM called for a meeting with all the experts and the legal experts who has been involved in this for last 15 years, and definitely CM has done the review with all this, and within 1 or 2 weeks CM will come out with the solution on the next approach on this Meghdadu and Kaveri issue.
When Maharashtra could waive 36,000 crores of loans for farmers, nearly 55 lakh farmers, their loans have been waived. Why can't Tamil Nadu do it? He has announced 2,000 crores of waiver of loans, another 15,000 crores. It is his promise to the people. So he has to upkeep his promise, and he should do it immediately, because this is a super El Nino year. Already Karnataka has not released water in the Kaveri. On June 12th, the Medu Dam was supposed to open, and today there's not even water for drinking in Medu Dam today, leave alone agricultural. So this is going to be a very distressed year.
The issue of construction of Meghdadu Dam in Karnataka, against the orders of the Supreme Court, and settled the case in the tribunal of Kaveri dispute. In spite of many requests, many demands, and resolution in the Tamil Nadu Assembly, the government of Tamil Nadu is very much adamant, and they are very cruel towards the farmers of Tamil Nadu. So this matter has been raised in the morning. We have given adjournment motion, and the issue from morning onwards we are fighting. It is going on. The speaker is going on adjourning the house.
We have given a notice for suspension of the business and to discuss about the Meghdadu issue. And this is for the symbol of the farmers. So since the Meghdadu Dam construction will affect the lives of the farmers in Tamil Nadu, we are all raising our voice not to permit them to construct that, urging the union government to take necessary steps. So my 267 notice was not taken up at all, but as a token of protest and as support to the farmers, we, the DMK members, were wearing a green towel.
So it is only one day for most expected movie of Chief Minister C. Joseph Vijay's farewell movie, that is Jananayagan, all set for release. As we speak, theatres across Tamil Nadu are gearing up for the release. Already, the posters and flex are on all theatres across Tamil Nadu. Yesterday, the production house also hints with a new teaser ahead of release. Even Vijay himself had shared on his personal Instagram platform with a signature, with a new signature, and even Chief Minister Vijay's signature quote also were part of the teaser. Let's listen into what exactly the new teaser is about.
Fire, fury, and flair. The 18-second latest teaser of Jananayagan is loaded with action. It opens with Vijay firing a gun at his enemies and slashing away at them. He punches, shoots, and fights his way through. The teaser shows him in vivacious outfits, including police and prison uniforms. A tiny glimpse also shows Vijay dressed in a white shirt and dark jacket, as he does now after becoming the Chief Minister. The new teaser marks a turning point for a film that has had one of Tamil cinema's most turbulent journeys. The original trailer was released back in January, ahead of its planned Pongal release. But prolonged battle over CBFC certification, combined with an online leak, kept the project in limbo for months. Since then, fans had only seen posters, songs, and release date announcements. This is the first new moving footage from the film in months. The promo also offers fresh clues about the story. Director H. Vinod had previously said the film moves beyond conventional commercial action. Instead, focusing on modern warfare and a battle to protect Indian democracy. According to Vinod, the story follows Vijay's character as he protects a young girl before confronting a larger threat facing the nation itself. The antagonist, he says, is driven by power and greed. While the hero stands as the defender of democracy. With the controversy now behind it, the marketing campaign has finally shifted into top gear. And with the release just days away, the makers are betting on the action, the scale, and Vijay's return to the big screen.
I am coming.
Bureau Report, NDTV.
So bookings opened for Jananayagan movie release on last Sunday. Within a minute, 10,000 tickets were sold in one of the theatre, that is at Kamala Theatre in Chennai, one of the famous theatre. My colleague Radhika Ramasamy had a chat with Kamala Cinema's director, Mr. Vishnu. Let's listen into it.
The Jananayagan fever is at its peak. Advanced bookings have shattered all records. And I'm in a theatre in Chennai. It's called Kamala Cinemas, where 10,000 tickets were sold in just a couple of minutes. And I'm joined by the owner of this place, Vishnu, who will take us through this entire frenzy. So Vishnu, 10,000 tickets sold in a couple of minutes. Tell us how that happened.
See, that's a very big number. That too 10,000 tickets in just a few minutes. Imagine Kamala, we have only 2 screens. In just 2 screens, we told 10,000 tickets. And everything is possible because of one name, which is Vijay sir. And if the movie was supposed to release on January 9th, if it had released on January 9th, the title card would have said Talabadi Vijay. Just because we're having the movie a few months later, now the title card says Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, C. Joseph Vijay sir. The title card itself gives immense happiness and joy to each and every Talabadi fan here, because we have been celebrating our Vijay sir from Arimugam Vijay is the first title card, introducing Vijay. Then later on it went to Ilaya Talabadi Vijay. Then it became Talabadi Vijay. Now what more do we need? We have CM of Tamil Nadu, C. Joseph Vijay sir. And we are ready to watch the movie several times just for the title card.
That's true. And you know, you said 10,000 in a couple of minutes, right?
Yeah.
Is that the total tickets?
No, now the
total seats?
Now the tickets have cost 20,000, and I'm sure in just pre-booking. And I'm planning something else also. Usually a movie releases, and after a few days we celebrate the first week, the second week. Now, even before the movie is on the screen, I'm planning to open bookings for the 25th day celebrations. 25th day of Jananayagan falls on a Sunday, August 16th, and bookings for that is going to be open along with the advance booking, which is something really great, which has never happened before. And Vijay sir is known for breaking records and creating new records, and this is one of its kind.
That's what I wanted to ask you. I mean, we've seen these kind of records in the past as well. be it CM Vijay's films or rather Talapati Vijay's film at the time, or even if it's Rajini's film or Ajit's film. But how does this compare to his other films or to any other superstars' films in Tamil Nadu? This advance booking.
See, very true. Like you said, we have Rajini sir, Kamal sir, Vijay sir, Ajit sir, the 4 big heroes for whom the craze is really unreal. But when it comes to Vijay sir, it's a bit extra always. And this being Vijay sir's farewell movie, people are not able to accept that he's going to stop acting because we have grown up watching Vijay sir. See, from wearing a shirt over a shirt, it's from his Pokiri movie. And now this dress code is being inspired from Vijay sir. So whatever, including this, what we are wearing. So we have grown up watching Vijay sir, admiring him, learning from him. So if he's going to stop acting, that is very emotional for all of us. I'm sure people are going to come out of the theatre crying. See, the equal amount of happiness that we have because the movie is going to get released in a few days, the equal amount of sadness is also there in us because we are not going to see him anymore in movies. But he has bigger responsibilities. Now he's going to take care of the entire state. He is taking care of the entire state. So that's even more happy for us.
So perhaps that's why more frenzy, right? One is he's leaving the films and now he's become the chief minister. All of that is adding. Yeah. And also, do you think the fact that, it was stuck, there were, obstacles when it came to release of the film CBFC and all of that. Do you think all of that led to, this kind of phenomenon?
See, to answer your question in one line, like I always say, the movie got released, it got leaked, you all know. But all the movie leak will not make the collection weak, only because Vijay sir is the peak here. So that is not going to affect the collection in any ways.
Vishnu, tell me about the D-Day. On Thursday, what's the kind of preparations? What are you expecting here? It's going to be madness, right?
See, my phone is ringing continuously and people are asking me tickets from everywhere and they all want first day tickets, they all want first show tickets.
I hope we get it too.
See, including you. So we have 1,000 seats here, whereas we have more than 10,000 to 1 lakh people asking us the tickets. So the craze is really getting too much, not only at Kamala, in every single theatre. So it's very difficult to handle. We are getting so much pressure, but this pressure really makes us happy.
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी।
याद है ना मैंने क्या सिखाया था? सिल्वर के लिए स्टर्लिंग मार्क, गोल्ड के लिए हॉलमार्क और मस्टर्ड ऑयल के लिए सिर्फ पी मार्क।
इस बार तो माँ से भी बेहतर बना।
P Mark, the mustard specialist since 1933. बरसों से सरसों।
कुछ तो बात है इस दिल में।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा। सबका राजा आरती और मसाला।
उसकी ब्लीडिंग रुकी नहीं लगातार तक। उसके दूसरे दिन उन्होंने मृत्यु घोषित कर दिया उसको। ये हॉस्पिटल की लापरवाही है।
NDTV traced each and every affected family and also visited multiple hospital wards.
NDTV had reported extensively on why are these deaths happening in Rajasthan.
Checked all the medications, the drugs, everything. We've called AIMS Jodhpur also to do an investigation on it.
Big NDTV impact when it comes to Rajasthan maternity deaths. NDTV coverage has now forced action.
What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind, I pause, I reflect, I dig until what's buried stands up to be counted. Breaking ground, not just headlines, the meaning behind them. This is Breaking Ground with me, Vedika Sood.
India Inc.'s most respected names chose India's best and brightest.
I'm delighted to be chairing a committee of such distinguished fellow businessmen, bankers. It's just lovely to be back on this NDTV jury. I have been a fan of NDTV for a long time.
Many of the nominees are extremely close together in terms of what they've done.
Gender parity to be reflected while we choose leadership as well.
It's also important that how they are reshaping the industries.
We've got a fantastic jury and we've left all decisions to the wisdom of the jury.
Who will earn India's top business honors? Find out at the NDTV Profit Business Leadership Awards.
मीठा या नमकीन चाहे जैसे खाओ 100% सूजी से बनी आर प्योर वर्मिसली स्वादिष्ट सेहतमंद हर रोज.
Straight from the heart of the newsroom to the core of the stories shaping your world. Join me, Gargi Raut, as I track all the developments as they break. Live from the NDTV newsroom, weekdays at 4 p.m.
Hello and welcome to NDTV viewers. You're watching NDTV as always and I'm Aditya Raj Kaul. Let's get you some breaking development that's coming at this hour. This is in regard to the protest that happened in the national capital yesterday, and now government sources are telling NDTV that according to the sources within the government has told the protesters that their 3 demands will be discussed on the appropriate forum and they will be informed afterwards. No timeline has been set for this. The government says that their doors are open for dialogue with the protesters. That's what the sources are telling NDTV. And the government says that they are not averse to talking and call on for further engagement that will be taken based on the circumstances. That's what the government is telling us here on NDTV. We'll be getting our reporter shortly on this big development. The government says the doors are open for talks with the protesters. This amid charges of lathi charge and tear gas shelling yesterday. Then there was, of course, cops who were beaten as well. Aishwarya Jain joins us on this big political story. There was a lot of pandemonium inside the parliament as well, Aishwarya. And now the government says they are ready for dialogue. Any kind of a structure, any kind of an invitation, what more are you hearing?
Well, this clearly means that government is moving one step forward to have an open dialogue with the students. Certainly, it was Union Health Minister JP Nadda who also yesterday met the delegation of the Cockroach Jantar Party and accepted the memorandum that was submitted to him. And in that particular memorandum, we all know for the fact that there were 3 demands. Of course, one of Sonam Wangchuk being given, free permission to have medication in any of the hospital that he himself wants. It is also, 1 crore rupees compensation. That was the demand that should be given to the parents of those students who died because of the of committing suicide because of newspaper scam. And also, thirdly, the resignation of Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan. The sources in the government now telling us that after that particular meeting, there were several internal meetings that have taken place within the government, and the government has stated to these students that it's an open forum. They can reach out to the government at any point of time. It's an open door. The channels have been opened up. There will be these demands that will be put forward by the government in an appropriate forum to discuss as to what steps the government will take, although the timeline has not been set when the government will reach out back to them. But certainly the government has moved forward in terms of having talks. The government thinks that these are students which are protesting because of some reason, but the opposition parties are politicizing the entire issue. They are making this political because they wanted to gain some political brownie points into it, and therefore the reason that is something that is completely ignorable. So yes, the government sources clearly indicating. Now remember, it was just a few hours back, JP Nadda, Health Minister, also went to RML Hospital and then to Lady Hardinge Medical College as well, where the injured students were admitted, and the directions perhaps have been given by the Health Minister so that appropriate medical assistance should be provided to students who had been injured.